You must protect yourself. This is not just about learning self-defense or carrying protective gear. Avoid going out late at night, choosing less crowded streets, or following strangers. These are things we've been told since we were young, but this time, the impression was even stronger. This is a story about an incident. In the sleepless city of Kabukicho, it's a bustling district, but it's also full of dangers lurking around every corner. It's neither an exaggeration nor incorrect to call it a place. It's difficult to explain thoroughly. On June 6, 1982 in Chiba City, Chiba Prefecture, two junior high school students, Masako Rakugo and her friend, were attacked in the Kabukicho disco murder case. Ms. Ochiai died and her friend was slightly injured and protected in the incident. The two had been out together for several days, and their whereabouts were unknown. From the story of the friend who was left behind and helped, the actions of the two become clear. Why did the two do this? Why was it discovered in Chiba Prefecture and why Kabukicho? Why is it called the disco incident? We will go in chronological order. In 1981, Rakugo-san was with his friend. At that time, Rakugo-san, a 14-year-old middle school student, learned in December that his grandfather, whom he was living with, had passed away. He relocated to Minato Ward, Tokyo, where his mother worked as a waitress in a tea shop. Due to various circumstances, he likely didn't live with her full-time. In May 1982, Rakugo-san and his friend disappeared together on the 30th, and their whereabouts remained unknown. On June 4th, Ochiai-san's mother requested the police to search for him. At that time, Ochiai-san and his friend were staying in Tokyo's Adachi Ward, where their disco girlfriends lived. From the night of June 5th to the morning of June 6th, the two were in Kabukicho. They collapsed suddenly while hanging out at places like Disco 1+1 and snack bars. A young man called them out at the game center. Afterwards, the three stopped by McDonald's near Shinjuku's east exit for juice. It was around 4:30 ante meridiem when they headed back. The man invited them for a drive. Then they played at game centers and other places. They got in the car driven by the man at around 8 in the morning. This turned out to be a fork in the road of their destiny. After that, while the car was heading towards Chiba, her friend fell asleep in the car. They arrived at what would become the crime scene without realizing it. When her friend woke up due to a noise, she noticed that the supposed Otoshi-san was not in the car. Her friend felt uneasy about this but was invited by the man to go for a walk and got out of the car. As soon as she stepped out, she was suddenly attacked from behind by the man, screamed in agony, and fainted after being strangled. When she woke up, the man was gone and she discovered the body of Otoshi-san nearby. At around 11:50 in the morning, a passerby who happened to pass by the scene noticed the loud scream and the incident was discovered. It was determined that Otoshi-san's cause of death was due to blood loss from having her throat cut. Later, it was found from the autopsy results and the condition of her friends that two people were raised after her Achilles was severed. The time was estimated to be around 8 in the morning near the scene. There was an object believed to have been used in the crime stained with blood. A knife and a hose, likely used for strangulation, were found at the scene. Additionally, 20,000 yen was missing from the victim's wallet. The police are investigating the case as robbery and murder. The crime scene was in Yokotomachi, Chiba City, Chiba Prefecture, near plot 1255, a secluded area with few passers-by and no residential houses. The criminal, believed to have planned the crime with at least one accomplice, had prepared a fruit knife in advance, taking the victim to the location and stealing their money. It can be said, immediately after the incident, a portrait was created from the testimony of a friend. Many copies were handed out primarily in Kabukicho discos and game centers. Investigators were sent simultaneously. The characteristics of the criminal that were pointed out are as follows. The person is 20-25 years old, around 5 feet 7 inches tall, with a light brown round face, large upward slanting eyes, thick eyebrows, and neck-length long hair. He was wearing sunglasses, a white shirt with red lines, colored jeans, and was driving a reddish-colored 2000cc class 4-door car. It was a brand new sports car with a Shinagawa number. I am a university student. I have an older brother, whom I live with, and a younger brother who is popular with girls. I mentioned that my parents bought the car. Yes, at the scene, a shoe print thought to be the perpetrator's was also found. And how big is that shoe print? It's between 25 and 26 centimeters. It seems they were American-made basketball shoes. Also, it seems that Mr. Rakugai, who disappeared, was hanging out with a group of reckless drivers and bikers at the time. And it has been revealed that he was also frequenting discos with this group. The crime scene, frequently patrolled by police, was a common spot for gatherings of reckless drivers and similar groups. The reckless driving group members were investigated, but the criminal was not identified despite all the information. Regrettably, the case was officially closed and remains unsolved. That's how it ended up. The scene was a place with little pedestrian traffic. The criminal was in the vicinity of the scene. It is associated with a person with a sense of locality nearby. Also, a university student close to the city who owns a red sports car. Despite his friends seeing the criminal's face, he has not been arrested. This situation is causing a stir. The criminal is the son of a politician, or isn't he someone related to the police? The influential figure was actually there. At that time, a man who was a member of the golf club at the university was driving a red sports car, and the police went as far as the students section. After the incident, the man shaved his long hair, took a leave of absence, and then his parents sent him to study in America. Moreover, his mother's family are politicians. However, this information is not widely known. More than 30 years have passed since the incident on September 9, 2016. There is a person who is thought to be an acquaintance of the person who made this move at that time. He leaves a note on the internet. I don't touch at all on the years of mystery since university and the past. You're the culprit in the Shinjuku disco murder case, aren't you? Unfortunately, the charges have been established in this case. The culprit will not be arrested beyond this incident that occurred late at night at the disco. Business is prohibited and minors' entry is restricted. As a result of strengthening such regulations, the Shinjuku disco scene is declining, and I don't want to blame the poor guy. The criminal is the worst, but when you look at the process leading up to it, you can't help but think that it should have been a life that you could protect yourself. I sincerely wish for Mr. Ochiai's happiness and ask everyone to take actions to protect themselves. That's all for this time. Thank you for watching. Thanks a lot. See you next video. Bye.